What's up, YouTube? XAGucha23 here, and I'm back with this another video. Alright guys, I hope you all are having a good Sunday afternoon. I wanted to get into this video because we all know we are just only 2 more days for Christmas. And basically I wanted to showcase this last Christmas video of my Christmas past, of all the Christmas specials that I watched when I was a kid, from the 90s, the early 20th century to the mid 20th century. And I wanted to showcase this guy with you. As we start off with the first one, is Johnny Bravo's Twist the Night. The whole plot of the story was that on Christmas Day, Johnny Bravo was basically sleeping, and he hears an intruder on top of his roof. And Johnny mistakenly thought the intruder, thought Santa was an intruder. So basically, he managed to hurt Santa Claus on that day, as the Santa Claus hurt his leg and he was unable to deliver the Christmas gift to all the kids around the world, where he basically gave Johnny the opportunity to deliver the Christmas all for the boys and girls. And that leaves it to the second slide of the show, Johnny Bravo Christmas, which is one of my second favorite one that I like as well. I remember the intro was funny. Oh, Christmas trip with Santa Claus, all you get for free. Oh, free gift from free gift, just what you get for free. What is it is to get free stuff? A hook ha, free presents. Yeah, man, that was my favorite part of the of that Christmas special, because I really did like it. But getting to the whole plot of the story was, it actually take from the exact same plot. Was Johnny Bravo one day was watching an episode of Kung Fu Base, where he forgot to deliver his him and his mother's gift to Santa Claus, where he basically managed to find the meal into his couch, and he trying to go to the mail post office to try to deliver them, but the people made fun of him. So basically, he and him and Susie go on an adventure trying to find Santa Claus. So they go out throughout the village. They meet all the animals, until one time they got to the airport. They couldn't find anybody because all the planes were gone, except there was this one left, where Johnny met this guy whose airplane was a mess, but they managed to fly. But then they ran into Donny Osmond, who basically knew Santa Claus, and he knew where Santa Claus workshop is. So basically, by the time they got to Santa's workplace, it was already too late for Santa Claus to deliver Johnny Bravo's gifts. So basically, Johnny Bravo went home and to leave because he couldn't get the gift that he wanted. But by the time Johnny got home, they basically, one person told another a thing about Johnny's when he went to go meet Santa Claus. Another person told that, and basically it grew and grew as they sent gifts to Johnny Bravo. And as at the end, though, Johnny Bravo tried to get with this girl, and she beat him up. Like I said, I really did love the Johnny Bravo Christmas. It's still one of my favorite Christmas. I watch it almost every year. But anyway, so we move on to the next slide. It's Fa La La Ed. This is another Christmas episode by the Ed and Eddie. Basically, this episode takes place during the summer. As we all know, Christmas in July. The whole point of this episode is that Eddie was trying to go throughout the cul-de-sac, pretty much trying to spread Christmas spirit to all the kids in the cul-de-sac. But he also was trying to scam them out of their money by doing Christmas spirit. You know, there was one part in the episode I liked, when they were singing I forgot what song they were singing, Christmas Carol song, and then instead of Rolf giving cash, basically Rolf gave him bacon. I thought it was funny. But yeah, man, I really did like that Christmas special as well. As we move on to the next Christmas special by Ed and Eddie that was released in '04, Ed and Eddie Jingle Jingle Jang, which is one of my favorites. I watch this almost every year, and I really do love it. The whole plot of the story was that Eddie basically found out that his parents got him, clothes for Christmas. Because as a kid we don't want Christmas, we want toys. So basically, Eddie goes around the cul-de-sac trying to pretty much scam all the other kids out of their Christmas by trying to take their Christmas gifts. So basically, during the part of the show, Ed basically took a light bulb and put it in Eddie's pocket, and then as Eddie progressed out throughout the story, Eddie saw that nobody didn't want to spend Christmas with him. So basically, Eddie saw a tree that needed to be lighted, and basically he put the light bulb on the tree, which basically would have changed our heart. And as we progressing more into the story, Santa Claus basically dropped the gift for all the kids around the cul-de-sac, but Eddie once again showed greed as he moved and he took the gifts away from all the kids, as Ed was the one who told Eddie if you want to be nice or naughty, and Eddie was like, nah, this is I show goodwill. And basically Ed trying to return the gift back to the kids, but as they were trying to return the gifts back to the kids, as we all know, the three wise men, as the Kringle sisters start their plot, the gifts get returned back to the kids, and basically the series ended with the Kringle sisters basically giving the Eds their Christmas kisses, which I still believe is one of my favorites. I love Ed and Eddie Jingle Jingle Jang, man. I love it to this day, man. Alright, so we move on to the next one, is Dexter versus Santa Claus. This one is almost similar to Johnny Bravo Twist the Night, but this one, Dexter basically wanted to kick Santa's ass. Basically, this one's another one with what I remember was that Dee Dee was keep peppering Dexter, saying that Santa Claus is not real. Santa Claus is not in that. He wanted to be nice or naughty. So basically, Dexter stood up all night and basically trying to see if Santa Claus was real. But as Dexter met face to face with Santa, Dexter thought Santa was Dad. So he basically went out and chased Santa throughout the whole episode, and basically, which he ends up destroying Christmas until the end when Dexter's trying to shave off Santa's beard, until the real thing came out was that it was actually really Santa Claus, because Dexter and his mom were actually there, and basically it ended with ho 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 with Santa, you know what I mean, because at the end of the day Dexter ruined Christmas. Alright, so we move on to the next slide of the one is Snowdown, which is not really much of a Christmas, but I really did like it though. It was another episode where Dexter was trying to overcome his sister, because Dexter wanted to get into his laboratory, but he couldn't because DDD keeps hitting him with the snowball. So as Dexter trying to get into his laboratory, DD keeps attacking him until Dexter's dad trying to toughen him up, trying to teach him how to throw a fastball. As you've seen in the episode, as Dexter's dad got bigger and older, he started to get really good with snowball. As he teaches Dexter the format of how to be a master of snowball, duck, roll, just scoop, duck, roll, and throw. And basically, Dexter managed to beat Dee Dee at the end. But at the end, though, what came was that Dexter's mom was the one who defeated Dexter's dad, because Dexter's dad was undefeated for many years, but he lost to his mom. And basically, it ended just like that. Alright, so we move on to the next slide, which is one of my another favorite one of mine. It's the Powerpuff Girls Twist the Fight Before Christmas. I really did like this one too. Like I said, I watch this almost every year. The whole plot of the show is that Princess Mortbuck is pretty much upset because she was being naughty, that she wanted to get all the Christmas gifts for herself. But basically, what she did was that she flew over to Santa's workshop, and basically she changes Santa's Christmas list for all the kids in Townville to be naughty, as she was the only one who was nice. As Bubbles woke up, and she thought she heard Santa Claus, but that what she saw was that she got a lump of coal in her stockings. So Bubble went out around Townsville to see what if the other kids got coal as well, and she found out that they got cold. But Buttercup did not believe her, and so as Blossom didn't believe it until Bubbles showed they got lump of coal as well. So basically, the Pop-Up girls want to go on a mission to go meet Santa Claus until Princess Starbuck meets them on the scene, and basically she pretty much told Santa that she pretty much told the Pop-Up girls that she was the one who changed the list, as the whole point of the scene was that it was the Pop-Up girls versus Princess Mosbach all the way up to Santa Claus's workshop, which was a very good scene, which I really did like it a lot. As they got to the Christmas workshop, they basically destroyed everything around the Santa's workplace. And then as they met Santa Claus, Santa Claus was pretty much upset that how all the kids in the Townsville was naughty, until he put a list out that Princess Mosbach was the only one who was the nice one. But the Puff Girl intervened and basically told her that Princess Mosbach was naughty. But Princess Mosbach went on a rant and basically told Santa Claus that he was fake, he was this and that, and then basically Princess Mosbach was gonna go back to her town and basically told her dad to buy Santa Claus's workplace, until by the time she would have got to there, Santa Claus took away Princess Mosbach's superpowers. And as we get close to the end of the movie, the Pop-Up girls went on to deliver Christmas gifts to all the kids around Townsville before it was Christmas Day. And as the Pop-Up girls managed to get home, they wanted to go to sleep, but then Professor came through and he wanted to say it was Christmas time, but the Pop-Up girls told him no, it was Christmas. But they woke up and they had their Christmas, and basically that's how it ended. And like I said, I really did like that Christmas special a lot. So we move on to the next slide. It's Courage the Cowardly Dog. This one is not really much of a Christmas special. It was more like it's like the Nutcracker, but it wasn't a really Christmas special. But it was okay though. But like I said, I really did like the Nutcracker by Courage. Like I said, that was the only Christmas special they ever had that came from that show. But yeah, like I said, I did like it though. But anyway, so we move on to the next slide. It's another one, Foster Home for Imaginary Friends, and basically it's the Lost Clause, where basically Mac is upset because he wants to meet Santa Claus because there were too many fake Santa Claus, so he wanted to know if Santa Claus was real. Where basically Blue goes on to lie about being that Santa Claus wasn't real. As we move on closer into the show, Mac basically managed at the end to find out that Santa Claus was real, because all he wanted for Christmas was two pair of socks. No, it wasn't 2 pair of socks. It was a pair of underwear, which he got it. And then he went out to find out that Blue got a lump of coal. Like I said, I really did like that special a lot. Alright, so we move on to the next Christmas slide, and it's Camp Kringle, where basically it's about Santa Claus who comes to Camp Kidney, and basically he was basically just tired of just Christmas, and he just wanted to be free until he comes to Camp Kidney. He didn't want to do Christmas anymore. So as Scoutmaster Lupus goes to Santa's workshop, and he basically just took over Santa's workshop, and basically he started a new thing to destroy Christmas, where basically Laszlo and his friends got to trying to work to get the spirit back to Santa Claus to deliver the Christmas gifts. As they do, they managed to go back to his workshop just to find out that his workshop was taken over by Scoutmaster Lupus, where basically Santa Claus was able to win back his workshop and deliver the gift to all the Nice boys in Camp Kidney. Like I said, I really did like it a lot. All right, so we move on to the next slide of the Christmas, my Christmas spirit. We go to Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Like I said, I really did like this one, but it was kind of cheesy, but it was still good. As we know, the whole plot of the story was that Jake's grandmother got run over by a reindeer, and basically Jake's cousin, Aunt May, basically wanted to sell the shop because nobody wasn't going to it. But as grandma was not around to keep the shop going, she wanted to sell the shop so she could basically make a more profit of the money. Where basically Aunt May was pretty much trying to seduce Granddad into trying to signing things over to him. So then it leads up to Jake to go find whatever happened to Grandma, which as we move on also into the Christmas thing, Jake managed to find Grandma with Santa Claus as she's resting up, as they had a time period to try to get back to the city before Aunt May basically get signs over the deed so she could take over Grandma's workshop. But they pretty much what are they trying to do? They pretty much trying to hide Santa from finding out where Grandma really was. But they managed to make it to the city, and basically as they got to the city, pretty much the court was all set and done, as Grandmother managed to make it where they pretty much shut down all it down, and they couldn't they couldn't get the deed done, as Aunt May was basically sent to jail because she wanted to destroy Christmas. And like I said, I really did like it, but it was kind of cheesy at first, man. But like I said, it was still a pretty good Christmas spirit. Alright, so we move on to the next slide of the my Christmas things that I like. It's All of the Other Reindeer. Now, it was okay, man. I really did like it. Olive basically he got mistaken as a reindeer because he heard something over the radio with that Santa was calling for another reindeer, but he basically said Olive instead, and Olive thought Santa was calling him for help. So as Olive progresses more into the movie, basically you had this I can't remember his name, but it was the mailman, and basically he wanted to stop Olive from pretty much going to meet Santa Claus to say Christmas. So he did everything in his power trying to stop Olive, but that didn't stop Olive from getting to his main objective of the main plot of the story, to pretty much help Santa Claus deliver Christmas gifts all around the world. Like I said, it was a pretty good, and I really did like it. Alright, so we move on to the next one that I like as well. It's the Flintstone Christmas Carol. I really do like these Christmas carols when it features Ebenezer Scrooge. I mean, I really do like them a lot. Like you see, the next one too is Mickey's Christmas Carols. Like I said, I like those two back to back. The Flintstone Christmas Carol, as you guys know, let me talk about this one. That Fred Flintstone basically plays Ebenezer Scrooge, where he's just this heartless, gutless guy who basically all he cares about is money and himself, because he didn't know the true meaning of Christmas until he got meted by the three ghosts of Christmas past, and basically he changed his ways, but he didn't really change his ways towards his wife because he basically forgot about their Christmas. But like I said, I like these Christmas carols, especially the ones the Flintstones and Mickey Christmas Carol. They were pretty good, man. So but anyway, we move on to the next one. Is Bugs Bunny's Looney Christmas Tales. Basically, what I remember from watching this one was that Bugs Bunny goes on an adventure, pretty much trying to spread Christmas around his Looney Tune friends, pretty much by making Christmas stories. Like I said, it was pretty good. I really did like it as well. But yeah. Anyway, so we move on to our next one is the Jetsons Christmas Carol. It falls in the same category as the Flintstone Christmas Carol and Mickey Christmas Carol. You know, it's the main role of Ebenezer Scrooge, and basically he was just a greedy, gutless guy who basically didn't care about Christmas. All he cared about himself until he found out the true meaning of Christmas, and he had a change of heart, and he loved Christmas. Like I said, I really do like those kind of Christmas specials a lot. But anyway, we move on to the next one. Is What New Scooby-Doo's Merry Christmas Holiday. It's the Headless Snowman. Basically, I don't really remember much from it, but what I remember a little bit about it was that the main plot was that the Headless Snowman basically comes alive, and basically he's trying to destroy Christmas around. He's trying to destroy Christmas, and basically that was the whole plot of it. Like I said, I don't really remember much about it. Alright, so we move on to the next one, which is one of my favorite ones up there. It's Hey Arnold's Christmas. Now, the main plot of this one is, as we all know throughout the series, Mr. Wynn basically doesn't really understand much about Christmas. What he wanted to do is that he wanted to meet his daughter-in-law, Mai. I think it's Mai. I can't remember her name, but it was Mai. Basically, Arnold heard about Mr. Wynn's sad story, about which Arnold goes on an adventure trying to find out Mr. Wynn's. He's trying to find out Mrs. Wynn's daughter, which at the end though Arnold basically managed to prevail into the storyline, and he managed to bring Mr. Wynn and Mai together, which is one of the most touching things that it ever in the Christmas specials, because I really did like the way it ended like that, because Mr. Wynn never got to see his daughter. I think she was from Vietnam, or is it China? It was one of those countries that he haven't got the chance to see her for a long time, and basically Arnold pretty much from the goodness of his heart helped Mrs. Wynn have a good Christmas vibe, reunited him with his daughter, and I thought it was pretty nice, man. I really did like it a lot. Anyway, so we move on to the next Christmas special that I like. Is Kids Next Door, Operation Naughty. I like this Christmas special a lot. You know, the whole part of the story was the delightful kids from down the lane basically stole Santa Claus's Christmas sleigh, and basically they basically alternate where basically all the kids in the town get cold, but Santa's secret forces basically thought it was number 1 to 5 who the one who stole Santa's secret sleigh, where basically they went on to attack number 1 and his friends, which was a really good reference from X-Men, if you guys know. Like I said, it was a pretty good Christmas special. But like I said, what more I remember was that the delightful kids were down the lane could not pretty much hold up Santa's sleigh. So basically, number 3 managed to take over, and she basically trying to change how all the kids become naughty as well, as she got a very good Christmas gift from number 4. I'm trying to remember if it was French fries, and basically that's how basically the whole thing ended. But yeah, like I said, it was a pretty good Christmas special too. I really did like that Christmas special as well. Alright, so we move on to the next one that I like as well, was Dr. Seuss' How the Grinch Stole Christmas, man. Man, I love this Christmas special right here, because we all know how the Grinch is. He was just a heartless, gutless guy who basically hated Christmas, where he basically trying to go out on an adventure to destroy Christmas of the Who's, where he goes around to destroy the Christmas spirit, but that did not stop the Who's for celebrate Christmas as the Grinch was, and he had that look on his face like, but how? He's trying to destroy their Christmas, but that didn't stop the Who. So as the Grinch was about to lose control of the Christmas sleigh, his heart grew 3 times bigger, and basically he had to change the heart, where he returned back to the Whoville, and he basically returned them his Christmas, as he learned the true meaning of Christmas, not to be yourself, is always to be around the ones that you love. But yeah, man, I really did like that cartoon, that one too as well. We move on to the next one, is Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the live movie one, played by Jim Carrey, man. Like I said, everybody must have watched this when they were a kid, man, especially after watching the cartoon one. As we all know, the live one is basically based off the cartoon one, but they alternated a little bit how, the Grinch, like I said, he was a heart gutless guy who basically hated everybody, and he hated Christmas, and basically he had to change the heart, where basically he comes family with the ones with the Who's. But yeah, like I said, I really did love the Christmas live movie as well. Alright, so we move on to the last one of the Christmas special that I love, and it's the Polar Express, man. I had to say, this has to be one of the best Christmas movies special that has ever made, man. It was one of the best things I loved as a kid, man. I watched this almost every year, man. The music, the script, everything about this Christmas special was perfect, man. I loved it a lot, man. And like I said, it has to be the best, man. I don't even have to explain it, because that's how great that movie was, man. And truly to my heart that I really did love it a lot. But yeah, man, this is just my Christmas specials that I want to showcase with you guys. If you guys like it, okay, hit the like button. It's up to you. I can't force you. But yeah, man, I just wanted to showcase this with you guys, because these were the Christmas specials that I loved growing up as a kid. From the 90's, early 20th century, then mid 20th century. So yeah, man, I just wanted to showcase this with you guys. I hope you like it. Like I said, if you want to hit the like button, that's up to you. But like I said, I just want to say I hope you all have a Merry Good Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys later on. I'm out.